in this lesson, we're going to talk about what ratios are. Now, up to this point, we're probably familiar with a fraction. A fraction is usually one number under a line with another number on top of it. And you're dealing with parts of a whole. Ratio, you're actually dealing with whole. So, I'm going to give you an example, a common example for baking. You'll have two numbers, and ratios come in really good handy when manipulating different recipes. So, for example, I'm going to talk about a ratio where we have flour on one side and we have water on one side. Now, ratios, you're always dealing with a unit of some sort. It could be tablespoons, teaspoons, cups, quarts, doesn't matter. But the important thing is that these are equal amounts, okay? So I'm doing cups. We're going to have flour to water. So if we take a simple recipe, let's say we have 5 cups of flour. I'm going to make my ratio right here. We have 5 cups of flour to every 2 cups of water. Okay? That is going to give us a ratio, and we will know how to manipulate and change that if we want to double it or triple it, depending on how many people we're feeding. So that's a simple introduction of what a ratio is. Now, with understanding a ratio, it actually follows the same principles and rules as fractions when it comes to simplifying. So, for example, if I have a recipe that is 40 cups, it's a very big batch, maybe a big wedding cake or something, so 40 cups to 10 cups, I want to be able to simplify that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to divide both these by a common denominator, or, sorry, not a common denominator, a factor, the lowest common factor. So 40 is divided by 2, but is also divided by 10. I'm going to take the highest common factor, actually. So 40 divided by 10 is going to equal 4, and 10 divided by 10 equals 1. My new ratio is 4 to 1, and that is simpler to manipulate and understand. Okay, so that's going down, but you may also go up. Okay, now that I have 4 to 1 as a ratio, I want to make that 3 more, so I'm going to multiply it by 3. Okay, I'm going to write here. So I divided it by 10. I multiplied it by 3 here. And I'm going to get 12 and 3. And that's my new ratio. These are important, and the important thing to remember is that you are dealing with whole numbers and whole pieces of equal parts. Okay? And that is ratios.